we have to go to MSNBC's Joe Scarborough. He was interviewing Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, and he just asked him about whether or not the crime crackdown that we see in DC using the National Guard, which, by the way, I saw a total of 11 National Guardsmen over a 27-hour period in my little 27-hour turnaround that I did going to DC on Sunday and returning late on Monday. Um, they weren't doing anything. They were just kind of standing around. It was just making their presence known for law and order. So when you say you're sending in the National Guard, it's not like they're actually beating people up or intimidating people. They're just standing around in places where criminals like to victimize people. So here's Joe Scarborough asking if maybe this kind of activity might be good, under the guise of more police, not National Guardsmen in Chicago. Watch this obfuscation.
Do you believe that the streets of Chicago would be safer if there were more uniformed police officers on the streets of Chicago?
I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if we actually had, affordable housing. Look,
okay,
I'm not saying that
that's
we
not
don't.
The question I asked. My question is, and I just need a yes or a no, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got all of those other extraordinary programs put back into place, which do have a history of being successful, if that's complemented by having 5,000 more cops on the streets of Chicago?
I don't believe that we should narrow it down to just police officers, Joe, is what I'm saying. That is an antiquated approach. I'm saying we've invested in detectives.
Mr. Mayor, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm agreeing with you that all of these other social programs are extraordinarily important. I just need a yes or a no, and then this will be the last time I ask. If you get all of those other social programs that 800 million that New York City does, Los Angeles, other people do with great success, would an additional 5,000 cops on the streets in Chicago help complement those programs to make Chicago safer?
Look, we are working hard to make sure that our police department is fully supported. I don't believe that just simply putting out an arbitrary number around police officers is the answer.
I do. I think if you add 5,000 cops, you're going to get a whole lot less crime. If you have 5,000 law enforcement officers who are well-trained community members and they're out there interfacing with the public, encouraging people to keep their streets and neighborhoods clean, to run their businesses, to go out and participate in commerce. The police being there means more people can go out and participate in the economy. That's what's happening in DC. Fewer murders, right? No murders in 11 days. Meanwhile, you have everybody out going to coffee shops, walking, going to parks. They're getting into the restaurants again. Do you understand what that means to businesses to have your restaurant have a wait list again? To actually be able to turn people away or to tell them the wait is 50 minutes? That's how it is here. In St. Louis, it is so hard to go sit down at a quality restaurant if you're on a whim. If you just say, oh my gosh, I want to go to such and so, you got to wait. You have to make a reservation the day before. And I'm talking about during the week because the economy is booming, because costs are lower. So people have more disposable income and they're using that to go out and eat and spend time enjoying their lives. That's what DC could be like, Chicago, Baltimore, New York. All of these big major cities could be bustling metropolises again. Why would Mayor Johnson oppose that?
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.